of a cold at the moment, so I'm using a silicone based primer. All the products will be listed in my blog. The link will be above. I put my green contacts on and I'm just going to do my waterline now, or tight line now. The reason I'm doing it now is just because if it's going to flow down and leak, then I might as well do it now. I'm not going to go all the way across, but I am going to bring it down under my lid. And just create that cat eye. I'm not going to do the top part just yet, I'm just going to get all this underneath. And that will just help guide me with the eyeshadow. Not that I need it, but it's just a good tip. Looking straight ahead and just get in the corner there, like that. And then I'm going to take a blender and just soften all that down. Because it's waterproof, it's going to get dry really quickly. So I just want to kind of really make sure that there's no gaps in between that and that's nicely blended. Using the white now as well, because what will happen is it will travel down into this area here, and it will just make it look a bit bigger. I'm just going to go over the black actually just there as well. Just bring it into the tear duct area too, just to highlight. I'm using a cream as opposed to waterproof for that reason, because I do want it to travel. Just adding a touch underneath and above that cat eye effect is just going to help highlight. Obviously I'll need to go over the black a little bit later. Taking cotton wool tip and just blending that through. Next I'm going to be adding a burgundy cream onto my eyes. And very quickly blend that too. I keep disappearing out of focus, it's driving me nuts. Now that I've blended all that down, I'm going to add some more just here at the outer corner, keeping within that line of the eye line. And then just bring it up a little and blend out again. I don't know why I've decided to favour a Q-tip for blending today, but it's doing the job. Doing brilliantly actually today, I'm quite pleased with that. That's awesome already, but I'm going to do more to it as usual in true Nisha Davdra style. Still going to amp it up. Do you know what I want to do? I want to create a really heavy kind of lid. You know that sultry lid that you get, that it's just like, it looks really kind of like that. So I'm going to just crease my eye up and get a feel for how that shape is working, and then I'm going to go in that crease and just go up like that, and then I'm going to blend it. I probably need to get a cleaner Q-tip now. So even when I've got my eyes open, I still got that little effect. Just blend the edge out there. Can you see that? I'm crazy, I know. Kind of want to do that line that goes up there but just doesn't quite meet it. Okay, things just got really serious here now. I'm using a really deep purple pigment and I'm going to place that on top of this dark area here. I'm working with a really small brush, but I'm going to alternate with a blender in a minute if I can find it. I'm going to use a blender that's like this. I favour this a lot because it's got that tapered edge and it's really small. What I'm going to do is take a bit of that colour that I've already popped in there and just run it across the top, and that's going to keep things as they are down here. It's not going to touch it too much, but it's just going to blend out the bit that's in the crease, and it's also, this part here is also going to just tidily and nicely clean up and blend out this area up top here. So it's going to keep the colour here, and I'll also find that it won't end up all over up the top here. So I really do favour this brush a lot. It's best when you pick up pigment to just tap it off first. I'm using a business card to tap it off, and then I'm just getting in there and just increasing. Now I don't want to go windshield wiper across. I want to kind of follow that line that I created up towards this area here. And you can see the difference there, the drama that that's created already. And I'm going to stop it at there. I'm not going to go too overboard with it. I'm really sorry, I forgot to press the record button, but what I've done is taken a lighter pigment and placed that all the way over the lid. It's not that much different from the one I used in the corner here, but it's just a little bit lighter. And then I've used a silvery pewtery colour just on top, more so sort of around this area and sort of less over this area. I'm just patting that over. A pigmenty shimmery one just here on the outer corner, and blend that through. Just going to use the same brush to blend. So using a white shimmer pigment now, I'm just kind of placing that in certain areas of the lid. There's no point putting too much around this area because obviously I'm going to put eyeliner on. But inevitably that's my starting point to build up from. Just give me a really nice sort of frosted effect. A darker pigment now, just press it into the inner corners just to bring some of that purpley colour back. I'm going to come back to my eyes a bit later. I'm going to just do my base now. I'm going to use a really heavy foundation that's quite commonly used with a look like this. Obviously when you're going to go for a colour that's a lot lighter, then take it all the way down to the visible areas of your skin. Foundation like this just needs to sit, and I know it looks really scary, but it needs to sit and settle, and then it needs to be really blended. So while I'm doing that, or while my skin's doing that, I'm going to do my brows. It might take a while for the skin to settle down because I have got like an awful lot of primer on to help with the spots and everything and the redness. So and also the oiliness. As soon as foundation goes on my skin, it just gets uber oily. So I will wait a little while. I might just go away for a bit, have something to eat and come back. Okay, so for the cat eye, I'm just doing my eyeliner now. And yeah, that will happen because you've got so much pigment, it will be easily manipulatable. Once you've more or less got your shape, look straight ahead, but turn your nose to the opposite side that you're working on. So I'm working my left eye, I'm turning it to the right, and that will just open this eye out for you here. I'm just going to go up and build up the eye line there. and that will help you achieve that sharp point. Bring it out a little like that, just flick it, and then bring it down, avoiding the tear duct because that will make it run. Just come in underneath. Let that dry and then just sharpen off and tidy up where you need to. Sharpen off any lines once you're done, once it's all dry. Clean up with a clean Q-tip anywhere you've made a mess. Apply your false lashes and then you're done. Okay, so the lashes are on, and what I've done is I've put some wispies on and then I've put some corner ones on top just to bring them out a little and make them look a little fuller. If you hear some noise in the background, I've got the build around. Foundation is also settled in, but I'm just going to move it around where I've been touching my face and just smooth it out a bit. You hear them talk about manhole covers. I have some very oily points to my face here, so I'm going to take some pressed powder. I'm going to really press that in around my nose. I can actually just walk away now if I was doing an everyday party look, I would say. Keep everything neutral and just put a really sheer gloss on here, but as I'm going to do this for a Khada Dupatta tutorial, I'm going to kind of amp it up a bit more my way. So I got this sleek palette from my wholesalers. I was really surprised that they stock sleek and I have the chance to stock it too. But I love the colours on it. I just bought one. I'm going to take that and do my contour with it. Just keeping the colour sort of that way. Don't want to bring it out too much. Just let that sit there. It's going to sink in with all the foundation that I have. Don't be scared of using like strong colours. Smile a little and drag that across now, not picking up any more product, just blending the lines. I'm not going all the way across, just a little across. Just going to pick up a little coral and get that right on the apples, just a little bit. Just to kind of round, just hit that corner there. Like so. Not breathing, and I'm so ill. I'm loving this look, really, really am. I've gone really dark again for some strange reason. The lighting is playing havoc. Problem with recording in the daytime. Taking a little bit of bling powder, just because I can. I'm just going to hit right there. I don't know if you're going to pick it up, but I certainly am picking it up. It's a little on the gold, so it warms up everything, which is great. Just the lightest of touches on that brush just to blend it through and bring it up a bit. As you can tell, I've gone for a red lip, but I haven't gone all the way. I'm going to tone it down with a really beautiful colour that I don't really know how to describe. It's like a burnt red, but with a bit of pink on it. Looks vampish here to me. It does go, but I think it's a little kind of Halloweenish now, as opposed to bridal looking as such. I'm going to stick with it because suddenly I'm looking at the camera and it looks awesome. So I don't know, I'm still making my mind up. I think it's going to grow on me. It shouldn't grow on me, but it will grow on me. What I'm going to do though is be a little clever and take a bit of that pigment that I worked with earlier on my eyes, that light colour silvery one, and I'm going to press it in, if I can find a clean cotton pad, to my lipstick in the centre. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I used to own a lipstick by Givenchy like this, with this colour and this pigment. Ooh. Oh, thank you. So here I am with my big nose and my funky look for weddings. I changed my lipstick. I just thought the red was a little bit too much for me. It was a bit overpowering. I think I thought that in the beginning it just looked really vampish. And then once I put the outfit on and I looked at the red, I just thought it looked a bit too maroon. So I changed it for this pink one, which was, I think it's a bit darker than the one I had for the last tutorial I did on this drape. But I think this is perfect.